Sunday it was in Detroit. A rocking crowd at Ford Field sent home happy as the Detroit Lions advance in the NFL playoffs. News 10's Seth Wells and Joey Ellis join us from the Motor City with more on the thrilling victory. Guys.
And good morning from Ford Field in the Motor City. A happy way for the Lions to end their season here at Ford Field as they take down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-23 in the divisional round, earning the right to take on the #1 seed in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers, on the road. That game on Sunday. Joey, a berth into the Super Bowl is on the line.
It's hard to believe, and we talked about it pregame on Sunday. One of the big keys to the game was the turnover battle. Detroit's been so good all season long when they've won that turnover battle, and again, they did it early on. C.J. Gardner-Johnson gets that early interception off Baker Mayfield. They didn't capitalize on it maybe the way they wanted to. However, they still did get a field goal out of it, a little momentum early on in their favor. And then when the game was all still in reach late at the end, who is it? Derek Barnes, one of the more unlikely defensive heroes, a guy who is maybe deservedly so at times caught some flack here for his play on the field, but he made a heck of a play, certainly the biggest play of his career, picking off Baker Mayfield to end the game. And this is a defense that's come under fire for much of the season. And again, at times deservedly so. Tampa actually outgained Detroit, but this was also a defensive unit that took pride in finishing this game on their own terms.
I mean, the first one was huge. It set the tone for the game. This game's about turnovers, and when the ball was in the air, those 2 times we were able to make plays on it. And at the end of the game, Derek made a really good play. And
everybody's like, you don't understand how legendary it is. I honestly didn't do it for that. I can care less about the press I get after getting that. That was for my team. That was for the city of Detroit because they deserve it.
And for the Lions, obviously, Jared Goff, the key component there when you talk about protecting the ball. And like you mentioned, the Lions undefeated this season when they win the turnover margin, and they did that again last night. Baker Mayfield throwing the 2 interceptions, Jared Goff 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and no one lost a fumble either for Detroit. So that turnover margin playing a huge role. And Jared Goff, steady, right? Making sure that they make the plays at the right time, really finding the stretch with the offense in the second half. And that really paid dividends as they built a 14-point lead, and that was enough to secure the victory.
That's a really good D-line. Vita Vea is as good as it gets in the middle there, and those edge rushers are no joke either. So, yeah, our line protected me well and made it pretty easy for me.
Goff fourth quarter, he really showed up there, and made some big throws. And we knew we needed to throw the ball to move it today. That was, we went out there to Tampa, and, I've said this before, it was like swinging a sledgehammer against a steel door.
Obviously, after the game, the Lions want to enjoy this win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but you are already looking ahead to Sunday when they take on San Francisco on the road, so they're going to have to leave the comfort of the Motor City to do it, Joey.
Certainly will, and they know the challenge at hand, but obviously we don't know the status of Deebo Samuel, who's a crucial piece for what San Francisco wants to do offensively. But Detroit, I get the sense that they really feel that they match up well with this team. And in the locker room after the game, it didn't seem like there was any fear of that matchup, and there wasn't over exuberance either celebrating the win. But this is a matchup that they certainly embrace, and one they're absolutely looking forward to show what they can do.
I envisioned that we would have a chance to compete with the big boys, and that's where we're at. And now we get to go to San Francisco, and we know what kind of team that is, but we're in a great position. We've got a great opportunity.
I'm so proud of what we've been able to do, the adversity we've been able to overcome, and we have another obstacle in our way with San Francisco.
So the Lions at 49ers will square off at 6:30 on Sunday night with a berth into the Super Bowl on the line. The Lions enjoying success they have not seen in over 3 decades, and the fans here in the Motor City certainly enjoying it. One last time from Ford Field, I'm Seth Wells. That's Joey Ellis. Back to you guys in the studio.
Lots of fun, you guys. If the Lions can take down the 49ers on Sunday, they will clinch their first ever Super Bowl berth. We'll be looking ahead to that game all week here on TV 10. Darren.